You know what, though? I'm not disappointed to welcome in Mr. 80s himself, Ken Daneyko, to the show.
Where's the wig?
You know, that was done in September in training camp, guys, and I forgot they even still had the tape. So that has to be worth something for me to battle through and accept watching this. But it was a lot of fun. Look, you got to still have fun, right, with the pressure of the games for these guys. I hope the Devils can have some karma of 1988, where we went on a roll at the end of the year to make the playoffs for the first time, EJ.
I'll tell you what, though, Dano, that footage of you doing the turn, the face that you make at the end of that, it's like a little smirk.
You loved it.
Oh, I watched it like 50 times.
Yeah.
Jackie, we all thought we were so cool back in the 80s, didn't we?
Well, you know what?
You might not know because obviously you're a lot younger than EJ and I, but we did.
Well, I'm just saying.
We were really cool.
You might be able to moonlight as a model, like a runway model. That's like the turn at the end of the runway.
I got the key question for you here, Dano. Were you able to keep those really sweet clothes?
Well, I will tell you, they might come out of the archives on the broadcast today a little bit for a quick second, and then we're going to put them in the fireplace.
That's the plan. That's the right spot for them. That is the right spot.
Now, Dano, not to be lost in all of this, is the Dano bobblehead that we saw online yesterday, Ghostbusters style. What do you make of this bobblehead?
Well, look, they're all usually not all that accurate. It's got the bald head. It's got the goatee. So it works for me. It's a Ghostbusters outfit. We all loved Ghostbusters back then. Think they're coming out with another one this year as well. So we're just having a lot of fun with it. I'm sure I'm going to have to sign a few Ken Daneyko Ghostbuster bobbleheads, but is it accurate? Oh, I don't know. I guess anybody that's bald can say it's them.
Good answer.
Hey, it's turn back the clock night there, 80s night for the Devils, and the Leafs are in town, and that means that one of your former teammates, a guy that was with you in the 80s, Brendan Shanahan, is part of the Leafs entourage there running hockey operations. When you think of Brendan Shanahan and those early days, what comes to mind for you?
Well, I just remember those early days and talking about 88, and that was Shanny playing on the fourth line. He was second overall pick. Well, what I respected and loved about him, he went on to have 600-plus goals and a remarkable career, was the fact that we know the way the game was played back then. And I remember him battling and dropping the mitts with Willie Plett at 18 years old and paying his dues, doing whatever it took for him to help the team win. And he was a physical presence. It took him a year or two to really find his scoring prowess. But I love that he was not above that, being the number 2 overall pick. He was willing to do whatever it took to be part of it. And the rest is history. We know the Hall of Fame career he had and all the Stanley Cups. So that's what I remember about Shanny. He was a fierce competitor, even at 18 years old.
And now he's making an impact with the Toronto Maple Leafs from a different spot, certainly. But let's talk about the game tonight. The Devils have started to sort of turn things around as of late, despite missing their superstar in Taylor Hall, as well as Marcus Johansson for a number of those games. How have they been able to find some traction despite those absences?
Well, they did, Jackie, and then obviously lost their last couple, but for all intents and purposes, in Vegas, the hottest team in the league at the time, they should have won that game. No question in my mind. Went up 2-0 and a couple of weak goals. It didn't work out. They lose 3-2 and a stinker second period, basically. It was all it was in Buffalo. So it's been hard all season long to just really find that, you know, consistency. It's been better, no doubt about it. Despite the Buffalo game, they want to throw out the window for sure. But just defensively, they've been better around their goaltender. They've been tighter around the net. They've been in lanes better, stick positioning, all those little things that add up to consistency. And they were bleeding goals prior to that in November and a lot of December. They started to bring the goals down, like I said, take out the Buffalo game recently. So they want to get back to that, certainly. And they know they're going to have to against the Leafs team that hasn't scored much lately. We know they score by the bushel full. They know they're going to be hungry. So they'd better be better defensively. They better be better in goal, because nobody against the Sabres played well right from the goaltender out, and they all have to come back together and get back to where they were, where they're playing much better, more consistent, giving themselves an opportunity anyway to win on a nightly basis.
All right, Dano, Texas native, pickle juice drinking, Blake Coleman has been a bright spot. He has been a bright spot for the Devils this year. He had a goal the other night against the Sabres. How has he been able to take his game up another level this season?
Well, there's no substitute, EJ. It doesn't matter if it's the 80s, the 90s, or today's game for work ethic and belief and never taking a back seat to anybody. He plays the game the right way with tenacity. He's got 13 goals already. He had 13 all of last year. He continues to progress. He plays in all situations. Terrific penalty killer. Doesn't matter where he is in the lineup. He just goes about his business and works. He's one of my favorite players to watch on a nightly basis in what's we all know has been a tough year thus far for the New Jersey Devils after making the playoffs the previous season. This guy's worth the price of admission to me. No, is he as highly skilled as some guys over in the other locker room as far as the Matthews, the Marners, and John Tavares is? Absolutely not. But does he give it his all? Does he skate extremely well? Does he win one-to-one battles? And yes, he's found his scoring touch. So he continues to progress. He's going to be a Devil for a long, long time. He's a guy that the fans love, and rightfully so, because he gives it everything he has on every shift, win or lose, struggles, whatever goes on with the organization.
All right, Dano, first of all, enjoy the game tonight. We always love having you on the show. We miss you.
Yes,
but as we say goodbye, you want to give us like a real-life bobblehead?
Yeah, I can't shake my head.
You know what, though? I appreciate
I haven't even
you.
seen it yet, just the picture, so I'm not sure.
There it is.
It's more of an up and down
forward.
motion.
You know what? My bell has been rung many times already enough. So at this stage of the game, I want to keep that head square and looking straight forward. But it's going to be a lot of fun, and I just hope the Devils can regroup a little bit here. And Toronto's given them an awful tough time. The first two meetings, they've dominated. They've really laid the boots to them, certainly on the scoreboard. So they want to really get better defensively and make this a fun game on 80s night, which we're all going to have some fun with that.
All right, well, we appreciate you for being a good sport, Dano. Have fun tonight. We'll talk to you later.
Always a pleasure, Jackie and EJ. Take care, guys.